This video contains a truth that has changed the lives of many people. If you are having health problems and have ever felt stuck, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment in the comment section so we can share useful knowledge together. Have you ever had one of those mornings where you wake up feeling heavy not in your body, but in your belly? Maybe it's been a day or two or more, and things just aren't moving the way they used to. It's uncomfortable, frustrating, and honestly, it can feel like your body is turning against you. You're eating, drinking, even moving around, but somehow your digestion isn't keeping up. And the worst part? No one talks about it openly, even though it's one of the most common issues people face after 60. Let me tell you something right off the bat: you're not alone. As we age, our digestive system naturally slows down. That means food takes longer to pass through the intestines, water is absorbed differently, and all of a sudden, something that was once automatic now takes effort, attention, and often discomfort. But here's the good news: you can take back control. And you don't need laxatives, powders, or pricey supplements to do it. Nature already gave us exactly what we need: fiber. Real, honest-to-goodness, food-based fiber. The kind that sweeps through your gut like a gentle broom, keeping everything flowing as it should. Today, I want to walk you through how to improve bowel regularity naturally by adding more high-fiber foods into your day, especially if you're over 60. These aren't obscure ingredients you'll have to hunt down at specialty stores. They're simple, delicious, and most importantly, effective. So stick with me, because by the end of this conversation, you'll have the tools to feel lighter, more energetic, and back in rhythm with your body. And hey, before we get started, I want to hear from you. What digestive issues have you been dealing with lately? Is it occasional bloating, long-term constipation? Or maybe you're just curious if you're eating the right foods? Drop it in the comments below. I read them, and I respond. You're not in this alone. All right, let's dive in with one of the simplest and most powerful foods to get things moving: oats. Not just any oats, though. I'm talking about real, old-fashioned, rolled oats. The kind you cook on the stovetop, not those instant packets that come loaded with sugar and artificial flavors. A warm bowl of oatmeal in the morning is more than just comforting, it's functional. Oats are packed with soluble fiber, especially a kind called beta-glucan. This type of fiber acts like a gel inside your gut. It holds onto water, bulks up your stool, and softens it so it passes more easily. Think of it like giving your intestines a natural lubricant. And it doesn't take much. Just half a cup of dry oats, about a cup when cooked, can make a noticeable difference. You can dress it up with berries, nuts, or a touch of honey, but the fiber is doing the heavy lifting. And if you make it a habit, something magical happens. Your body starts to expect regular movement. And when your body expects it, it delivers. Now let's move to a quiet powerhouse that most people overlook: chia seeds. These tiny little seeds might look insignificant, but don't be fooled. When you add water or any kind of liquid, they expand into a gel-like consistency, kind of like a sponge. This gel adds bulk and moisture to your digestive tract, which is exactly what you need if you're struggling with hard stools or irregular bowel movements. I recommend starting small: just a tablespoon of chia seeds in a glass of water, or mixed into yogurt, oatmeal, or even a smoothie. But here's the trick: drink extra water when you eat them. If you don't, they can do the opposite and cause more discomfort. Hydration is the secret ingredient that makes fiber work, especially the kind in chia seeds. When done right, they work like nature's broom, gently sweeping out waste and keeping things moving day after day. And now, let's talk about something familiar that deserves a place on your plate every single day: prunes. Yes, the classic remedy your grandmother swore by, and she was absolutely right. Prunes are high in both insoluble and soluble fiber. But what makes them unique is a natural compound called sorbitol. It's a type of sugar alcohol that helps draw water into the intestines, softening stools and encouraging gentle contractions in your colon. Just 3 or 4 prunes a day can work wonders. And no, they don't taste like medicine. They're naturally sweet, chewy, and satisfying. You can chop them into oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or just eat them as is. For some people, prunes alone are enough to completely transform their bathroom habits, and for others, they're the perfect partner alongside other fiber-rich foods. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That all sounds great, But isn't it too late to fix things? Absolutely not. No matter how long you've been dealing with irregularity or sluggish digestion, your body is ready to respond. It just needs the right signals, and that starts with the food on your plate. And here's the thing I want you to really take to heart. This isn't about following a diet or counting grams of fiber like it's homework. It's about creating a daily rhythm that your body can trust. Something gentle, something consistent, something real. So whether you're already making changes or just getting started, be kind to yourself. Every small step makes a difference. Even just swapping out your usual breakfast for a bowl of oats or adding a tablespoon of chia seeds to your yogurt can be the beginning of something better. And remember, I'm here with you. Leave your thoughts, your questions, or even your victories in the comments below. Let's create a space where people can talk about what they're dealing with, without embarrassment or judgment. Now that you've got oats, chia seeds, and prunes in your corner, let's keep going. Because this journey doesn't stop here. You've already got a solid start with oats, chia seeds, and prunes, 3 simple foods that can make a big difference in how your body feels and functions. But we're just getting warmed up, because there are even more everyday foods that can gently, naturally, and powerfully support bowel regularity without turning your kitchen into a science lab or your routine into a chore. Let's talk about one of the most comforting and familiar foods on the planet, sweet potatoes. Now, this isn't just about flavor though, let's be honest. There's nothing like a warm, roasted sweet potato with a little cinnamon on top. It's about fiber, and sweet potatoes are rich in both soluble and insoluble types. That's important because soluble fiber holds onto water and helps soften stool, while insoluble fiber adds bulk and encourages your gut muscles to do their job and move things along. Here's what I love about sweet potatoes. They're versatile, affordable, and naturally easy to digest. You don't have to smother them in butter or sugar to enjoy them. Just bake one until it's soft, drizzle a bit of olive oil, and maybe add some herbs or a sprinkle of sea salt. That's it. And you've got a delicious side dish or even a light meal that feeds your body and supports your digestive system all in one. Now let's swing over to something a little greener, broccoli. You've probably heard for years that broccoli is a superfood, but here's what that really means for your gut. It contains a special type of fiber that helps feed the healthy bacteria in your intestines. That's right, your gut has its own ecosystem, and when you nourish it with fiber-rich vegetables like broccoli, it thrives. And when your gut bacteria are happy, your digestion becomes more regular, more efficient, and less prone to bloating or discomfort. Here's the key: cook it lightly. Steam or saute it just until it's bright green and tender. That way, it's easier to digest, especially if raw veggies don't sit well with you. If you're someone who's dealt with gas or bloating after eating vegetables, cooking them just a little can make a world of difference. And trust me, your body will thank you for feeding it the kind of fiber that goes beyond the surface. It supports your entire gut health from the inside out. Speaking of feeding your gut, here's a surprising one that works like magic: avocados. You might think of them as a trendy toast topping, but avocados are actually one of the most fiber-rich fruits out there. One medium avocado has around 10 grams of fiber, yes, really. But it's not just the fiber. Avocados are rich in healthy fats, which help keep your digestion smooth and your intestines lubricated. Think of them as a double boost: fiber and fat working together to keep things soft, regular, and flowing without strain. And the beauty of avocados? You don't need a fancy recipe. Spread a slice on whole grain toast, mash it into a bowl with lemon and a pinch of salt, or add it to a salad or smoothie. It's creamy, satisfying, and gentle on your system, perfect for anyone looking to ease constipation without harsh remedies. Alright, now let's get to something that's often overlooked, even though it's one of the most effective foods for digestive health: beans. Yes, beans. Black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, lentils, whichever kind you like. They're loaded with both soluble and insoluble fiber, which makes them one of the most balanced and powerful foods for keeping your bowel movements consistent. I know what you might be thinking: don't beans cause gas? And that's a fair question. For some people, especially if your system isn't used to them, beans can cause a bit of bloating at first. But the trick is to start small. A quarter cup of cooked beans added to a salad or soup is more than enough to get the benefits without overwhelming your gut. And if you keep it regularly, your body will adjust, and that gassy side effect tends to go away. Beans don't just help you go, they help you stay regular long term. They're like training wheels for your colon, helping your digestive muscles stay active and responsive day after day. And they're full of protein and nutrients, so you're getting way more than just fiber in every bite. Let's pause for a moment and check in. How are you feeling about these changes? Does this sound doable? I hope so, because the truth is, you don't need a complete diet overhaul or some drastic cleanse. You just need to gently weave these foods into your daily life, and before you know it, your body starts to fall into a natural rhythm again. And remember, this isn't just about digestion. When your gut is healthy, you sleep better, you think clearer, you have more energy, you feel lighter, freer, and less bogged down by discomfort. That's the power of food when you use it with intention. Every single meal is a chance to support your body, not with restriction or punishment, but with nourishment, with kindness, with choices that say, I want to feel good, and I deserve to feel good. So far, we've covered oats, chia seeds, prunes, sweet potatoes, broccoli, avocados, and beans. That's a powerful foundation already. But we're not done yet. Let's keep building on this momentum and talk about what else you can add to your plate to keep things moving naturally and consistently. Let's keep this momentum going. By now, you've got a solid lineup of gut-friendly foods that can truly transform how you feel, meal after meal. And the best part? These aren't exotic, hard-to-find ingredients. They're simple, familiar, and each one adds something special to your health story. Now, let's talk about berries. Yes, those colorful little powerhouses that taste like nature's candy. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, all of them are loaded with fiber, especially raspberries and blackberries. Just 1 cup can give you around 8 grams of fiber. That's more than most fiber supplements offer in a much more delicious form. And they come with a bonus, antioxidants. These help fight inflammation and support every cell in your body, including those that line your digestive tract. Here's a tip: keep a bag of frozen mixed berries in your freezer. They're just as nutritious as fresh ones, sometimes even more so, because they're picked and frozen at their peak. Toss them into a bowl of oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or just let them thaw and eat them with a spoon. It's like giving your body a little burst of healing energy. Plus, they make healthy eating feel like a treat, not a task. Next, we have something that might already be sitting in your fruit bowl: pears. Soft, juicy, and easy on the stomach. Pears are one of the most gentle and effective fruits for promoting bowel regularity. What makes them special is a natural sugar called sorbitol. It draws water into the intestines and helps make stools softer and easier to pass, without the harsh side effects of some over-the-counter remedies. If raw pears don't sit well with your teeth or gums, try baking them. Slice one in half, sprinkle with cinnamon, and bake until tender. It's warm, soothing, and incredibly good for your digestion. I've had patients tell me that adding just 1 pear a day made a noticeable difference in how regular they felt within a week. Small, consistent changes, that's where the magic happens. And while we're on the topic of small changes with big results, let's not forget about flax seeds. These tiny seeds may look unassuming, but they're mighty when it comes to fiber, particularly soluble fiber and omega-3 fatty acids. What's so special about that? Soluble fiber acts like a sponge in your gut, absorbing water and forming a gel-like substance that softens stool. And omega-3 salts help reduce inflammation in the gut, making digestion smoother and more comfortable. Ground flaxseed is easier for your body to digest than whole flax, so keep a bag in your fridge and sprinkle a spoonful into your yogurt, smoothies, or oatmeal. You won't even taste it, but your gut will feel the difference. Just remember to drink plenty of water. Fiber needs fluid to do its job properly, and without it, things can get sluggish again. Now, for the final star of this show: whole grains. Not just oats, but the full spectrum: brown rice, barley, quinoa, bulgur, whole grain bread, and pasta. When you switch out processed, white carbs for their whole grain versions, you're giving your body not just fiber, but B vitamins, magnesium, and iron, all of which help your digestive system run more efficiently. Whole grains provide the structure and strength your gut needs to maintain regular movement. They help prevent that heavy, bloated feeling you get after a low-fiber meal, and they keep your energy levels stable, so you're not crashing halfway through the day. Try a bowl of warm barley soup, a side of quinoa with your veggies, or a slice of whole grain toast with almond butter. It's all about upgrading your plate, one bite at a time. So let's take a step back and look at what we've built together, a realistic, nourishing, natural roadmap to better digestion. You don't need pills, powders, or harsh treatments. What you need is a body that feels heard, a body that's gently supported through real food, fiber-rich, gut-friendly food that doesn't just help you go, but helps you feel balanced, energized, and in control of your health. Because let's face it, when your digestion is off, it affects everything. Your mood, your sleep, your confidence. But when things are flowing the way they should, your entire day just feels lighter, more manageable, more you. If you've ever felt stuck, bloated, uncomfortable, or dependent on quick fixes, just know this: it's never too late to shift your habits, never too late to feel better. And every choice you make, no matter how small, matters. Whether it's swapping white bread for whole grain, adding berries to breakfast, or simply drinking more water with your meals, you're making a decision to care for yourself in a meaningful way. And if you're not sure where to begin, just start with one thing. Maybe it's adding a spoonful of chia seeds in the morning. Maybe it's roasting a sweet potato instead of reaching for something processed. Or maybe it's just listening to your body a little more closely today than you did yesterday. The most important thing is that you start, that you treat your gut health as something worth nurturing, not because someone told you to, but because you deserve to feel your best every single day. I'd love to hear what you're struggling with or what's been working for you. Share your experience in the comments. This is a space for encouragement, support, and real-life advice, so don't be shy. And if this video helped you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more practical, honest health guidance you can actually use. Here's to fewer pills, more plants, and a whole lot more freedom to enjoy the life you've earned. Keep moving forward. Keep choosing health. And remember, you've got this. Here's to living your best life at any age.